It's an international cabal and you're not invited, bro. And this is the that gets you in trouble. This is the they get mad at me about. This is why they call me anti-Semite, because I'm able to connect this bullshit. You guys understand who really runs the world. It's not just America. They have tentacles in America, but they also have tentacles in many other places. And this is where I differentiate from all these other motherfuckers. Because I call like it is. I'll name them by name because I'm not scared. I'll call it what it is. I'm not scared of being called a anti-Semite because it's true.
And do
Okay, so these are two interviewers from The Economist.
so with a violence that is unimaginable. You've seen these pictures of people cutting open the chest of an enemy, these Islamists, tearing out the heart. The person is still alive and eating the heart. That tells you something.
What the fuck? I've never seen that before.
Now, that mentality, that fanaticism has to be confronted. It will move and invade your countries and it will destroy them. Israel is not just fighting our battle. It's fighting the battle against radical Islam that threatens the future of the world. And I think many people thought communism would threaten the world or China would threaten the world. I'm saying that this untethered force of an extremist ideology that knows no limits, if it has nuclear weapons, the ballistic missiles to deliver them, and the masses that will destroy democracies, burn Christians.
Prime Minister,
we're committed to defending Christians around the world.
It's like he has like this speech like just memorized, you know what I mean? Of yeah, these Islamists are so evil, they're gonna end the world. You know what I mean? All this bullshit.
And in the Middle East, if they win the day, we all lose. Israel is defending itself, but in so doing, we're defending Western civilization.
Prime Minister, that is one way of viewing the world, and I have some sympathy with some of what you've said. Let me give you another way, which is that many people around the world see the state of Israel as a country that is exclusively using military force, that has killed 70,000.
More than that. We're being polite by saying 70,000. It's way more than that. Way more.
70,000 people in Gaza that is doing nothing to create a sustainable future for people there. That is a country you've been accused of being a war criminal. That if you went to,
I mean, that's not even accused. It's a fact. Okay, we're talking about on paper what we know right now as of before the dust is even settled. 20,000 kids dead, 50,000 people dead. Okay, majority of them being innocent people by far. Not even close. Okay. Also, guys, what else here? When this is all said and done, it's going to be hundreds of thousands that are dead. Hundreds of thousands that are dead when this is all said and done. We have a lot of people under the rubble. We have a lot of people that are missing. We have a lot of people that we have no idea where they are, right? We have a lot of people where we have zero clue what happened to them. So when this is all said and done, guys, and they actually clean up Gaza and rebuild and, you know, they look at the health ministry and they account for the numbers, it's going to be hundreds of thousands dead, bro. Hundreds of thousands, okay?
Go to several countries in Europe, you're going to get arrested. This is not just mad campus radicalism. This is a feeling around the world. You said it yourself to us just now. In public opinion around the world, Israel is doing very poorly. And it's doing very poorly because people see a country that is behaving in a way that is not compatible with being a liberal democracy. And therefore...
Yeah, it's not at all. And this is why it's kind of funny, because they'll sit there and they'll say they're the only democracy in the Middle East. And they literally run an ethno-apartheid. Let's call Israel what it is. Israel, guys, right, by all terms, is a ethno-supremacist apartheid state. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, they must maintain a majority population so they can call themselves the state. This is from that. This is literally from their own words. Okay, when they say we are the only state in the world, we must preserve it, blah, blah, blah. What they really mean is we must maintain an 80% majority, okay? This is why there's only 2 million Palestinians there, by the way. 80%, roughly 20% Palestinian, Arab, and they must maintain that demographic to maintain the majority, okay? And then on top of that, keep in mind that they occupy both Gaza and the West Bank. By occupying these people, 2 million plus in Gaza and another couple million in the West Bank, these people are subject to Israeli rule, but no representation. Does that sound like a democracy to you? Huh? But they run around and beat their chest. We're the only democracy in the Middle East. Not really. And it's funny how they just say that all the time, because most people don't understand that the state of Israel in itself is completely antithetical to democratic values. Completely antithetical. But nobody ever calls this out, right? To this day, even American politicians, it's the only democracy in the Middle East. No, it's not, bro.
Nope.
Not at all. It's actually the opposite. But no one likes to say this because, you know.
I think you have a problem. I think that loss of public opinion, what struck me from your autobiography.
Thank God someone's pushing back. Normally Netanyahu does not like to do hard interviews. He always does softball interviews.
Was how subtly and for how long you have understood this. You know that political power comes from public opinion, and you know that you need to win the battle of public opinion opinion, and you're losing it. You've absolutely lost it in Europe, but much more worryingly for you, you're losing it in America. And I think...
Yep. And the last political stronghold, really, for the pro-Zionist cause is the Republican Party. Okay? The Republican Party is like the last fucking bastion that's pro-Zionist. This is why idiots like Mark Levin, right, are losing their fucking minds, going after people like me, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, etc. Because the GOP is the last stronghold for them, by far. The Democratic Party, already 90% disapprove of Israel for obvious reasons, right? We're talking about they just conducted a genocide. They're an ethno-apartheid state. For a very long time, you just couldn't talk about it, right? Like it used to be like American Democrats would just kind of like, yeah, we support Israel and then shut the hell up and just like keep going, right? They silently sign bills that support Israel, etc. Right? But now that the conflict has been like hitting international news, Americans are finally realizing what's going on in Israel because it's been a censored topic for so long. Overwhelmingly, the left wing in the Democratic Party disapproves of Israel because it goes against democratic values. It literally goes against democratic values, completely antithetical to them, right? So for a very long time, before October 7th, talking about Israel, talking about them bulldozing homes, talking about them occupying the Golan Heights, the West Bank, southern Lebanon, Gaza, talking about Zionism in general would get you banned on social media for a very long time. Hell, it got me demonetized this fucking day. 2 years later, these bitch ass niggas at YouTube still have me demonetized because of being one of the first people on the platform, actually the first person with a big podcast with over 1 million subscribers talking about this shit before October 7th, by the way. Media Matters, all these fucking idiots just came like fucking vultures, jumped on us, wrote articles. These guys are anti-Semites, Holocaust, all the fucking dumbass buzz terms that they use whenever you're critical of Israel, right? Because we did it. We were first of the fucking party talking about this shit. They went after us, right? We got demonetized, got deplatformed, banned on Meta, all this shit. But Israel overplayed its hand. They fucking got hit on October 7th. They responded with a ridiculous amount of force, an amount of force that was no longer justifiable. You had people like Piers Morgan, who was sitting the first couple of months of the conflict saying, oh, Israel has a right to defend itself. Now he's like, well, I'm not so sure if Israel has the right to do all that. People that were pro-Israel saying all the dumb shit about Israel has the right to defend itself, now they're slowly walking back their comments. Right? And I'd argue the international community in general is not on Israel's side after seeing what the destruction in Gaza. But it took a genocide and destruction of Gaza for people to fucking wake up to this problem. Now that it's a part of the public conversation, it's unavoidable. Now, a lot of these left-wing political commentators, a lot of these YouTubers are finally talking about the topic. Bro, in 2023, I'm telling you guys right now, most motherfuckers didn't even know what Zionism meant. Bombocat! Most Americans, prior to the fucking Gaza conflict, okay, before October 7th, most Americans didn't even know what Zionism fucking meant, okay? Then the war happened. It started to trend on TikTok. The letter to America went fucking viral. People started to post the kids getting blown up on X. And the rest is fucking history. The whole world became like that. A topic that I've been talking about way before this shit. Now it's safe to talk about it. But American political commentators for decades always stayed away from this topic because it was a bannable topic for a very long time, right? This is why people like fucking Dave Pakman to this day still won't talk about it. Right? People that are fucking longtime political commentators on the left, they still won't talk about that shit to this day, right? It's a career ender, bro. Let's just be honest. It's a career ender. Bitch ass niggas like Adam Mockler, never talking about that shit. Until recently, right? Until it became safe to talk about it. So again, this is where we are. This is where we are. But now that it's out there and people know the truth about Zionism, people know the ugly reality of Zionism because the social media companies can't censor it anymore because it blew up on TikTok, it blew up on X, and then it blew up on YouTube. You can't ban everybody talking about this shit. Before, they were able to just hit whack-a-mole. Oh, Freshman talked about it? Bam, get him out of here. Oh, Pearl talked about it? Bam, get her out of here, right? Like, we'll pop up, hit them real quick, bam. Chilling effect. Nobody else wants to talk about it now. But once October 7th happened and people started dying and shit like that and they started seeing the fucking atrocities, they couldn't ban everybody. Couldn't ban everybody. So that's how we got here. That's how we got here. And the last fucking cornerstone to back this genocide and to back the Israel state and back Zionism is the Republican Party in America. They're the last cuckolds for this bullshit.
That what you've just told me about fanaticism is true in part, but it is not going to shape public opinion. People are going to roll their eyes and say he's saying that anybody who says anything critical about Israel is anti-Semitic. He's giving this large, this story about fanaticism, and he's not accepting the fact that Israel is behaving in a way that we think is incompatible with the kind of liberal liberal democracy that he claims.
Well, the liberal democracies that fought the battles from World War II, Afghanistan to Iraq and so on, the ratio of combatants to non-combatants killed was 6 to 1, 7 to 1. In Gaza,
it's actually way higher than that. It's more like 1 to 20, dude. They were literally, because here's the other thing too. They were using a software called Lavender. Okay, see, look, he's just fucking lying all over the place. Of course, yeah, 83%. Because we know that 83% of the people killed were civilians, right? So there's no way it's a 1 to 5 civilians. Even that's too goddamn high, to be honest. Even that is too fucking high. Here, I'll find you guys the I'll find you guys this. I'll keep playing.
Because Hamas was forcing people to stay in urban areas at gunpoint, the ratio is about 1.5 to 1. And we lost a lot of soldiers because we didn't carpet bomb. We didn't do it. We didn't do.
People have different ratios as well.
I'm telling you, you don't actually, but that's not the point. It certainly wasn't 6 to 1 or 7 to 1, and we certainly didn't carpet bomb, which we could have done right away. We've lost a lot of people by my refusal and the IDF's own mores in making sure that doesn't happen. Now, if you have the densest urban warfare theater in history with 500 kilometers of terror tunnel.
Yeah, even 1 to 5, guys, is fucking nuts. And the other thing you guys got to remember too is that there were times when the genocide was like at its worst, they were authorizing like up to 1 to 20, 1 to 15. When they were trying to get like high value targets and they were really trying to get somebody, they were authorizing, okay, we will go ahead and do 1 to 20 ratio on this to get this guy. If it was like a high ranking member of Hamas or whatever, they didn't give a fuck. 1 to 5 is being polite, right? That is literally being conservative. But there were times where it was way higher at the worst parts of the bombing campaign.
Underneath.
Because how else are you gonna fucking kill 83%? Like, look here, a joint investigation by 972 magazine, The Guardian, citing classified Israeli military intelligence data from May 2025 reported that approximately 53,000 Palestinians killed, only 8,900 were identified as named fighters. Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, blah, 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 suggests a ratio where 83% of the dead were civilians. This equates roughly 5 civilians killed for every 1 identified fighter. And then keep in mind that there were times where they were, at the height of the bombing, that the ratios were way worse. And then also keep in mind, this is of the people that we know that are dead, bro. It's way more dead people than that. There's way more dead people than 70,000. Okay, way more dead people. Guys, remember that Gaza was one of the most publicly dense, population dense places in the fucking world, man. Ain't no way.
50 meters below, 50 meters above, everything booby trapped. And you don't come in and just bomb the place to smithereens, which we didn't. I mean, we had everything booby trapped. We moved the population out, and then you have to fight the Hamas in there. The ratios in Mosul, the ratios in Fallujah, the ratios elsewhere, there's nothing comparison, and that was nothing compared to what our brave soldiers had to face in Gaza. So I dispute the fact. The argument that you put forward is being put forward. It doesn't make it true. What is true is that Israel is fighting these worst killers, these people who took not only beheaded our men, raped our women, and then murdered them, burned our babies alive, and took 255 hostages, which we took out. Nobody believed that we got them out. These are barbarians, and they're given a free look. I have demonstrations on behalf of Hamas. Notice that they're burning the flag of Israel and the flag of the UK, the flag of Israel and the flag of America.
Here we go. When you have this is what Netanyahu is very good at doing. He's very good at making Israel's problems everyone else's problems too. Does this all the time. Oh, they call Israel the little Satan, then they call America the big Satan. They hate you guys. We're the front lines. Once they get rid of us, they're going to come after you guys. He's fantastic at doing this, right? I've listened to hours of Netanyahu speak. It's always the same fucking pitch every single time. Bro is a professional at roping in Western powers to be fearful of Islam. He's a professional at it. He's really good at it. He's been doing it for 30 years, by the way. Just so you guys know, bro has been in power for like damn near 30 years, and he's been doing this for a very long time. There's a reason why he's good at what he does, okay? And not only that, you guys got to keep in mind that he knows powerful people in every government, okay? Netanyahu is friends with very powerful people in every Western country. The United States, Australia, Canada, etc. Because the billionaire class, guess what a lot of them are? And if they aren't, they still are hardcore Zionists. You know what I'm saying? This is why he has the level of influence that he has. He has a level of influence that he has, not just because he has good relations with the United States and the government, but he also has access and personal relationships with people of great influence and power. I'll give you guys an example of what I mean by this right fucking now. Here's one example.
Every single time, every single crime, every single lie, early lie, every single hour, every single day, every single night, early lie. I know it's hard to believe it's the whole forest, not one tree, and it's every branch and leaf. They're born to deceive, but I'm telling you the truth. It's not just one or two, it's every single Jew. They all hate you. And it really breaks my heart, but their lies are off the charts, and they only bring us harm. You gotta get smart. So if you want to be safe and don't want to get replaced, it's best you start being based, or you'll get erased.
Do you guys get it now? Do you guys fucking get it now? Fox News, the media, etc. The Murdochs own all that shit. And guess who's close with Benjamin Netanyahu? Rupert Murdoch alongside his son Laxman Murdoch, who basically runs it now. And he's over here having secret fucking meetings with Netanyahu in Israel.
It's not my fault that I have to do this.
Like, yo, it's an international cabal and you're not invited, bro. Okay?
Denied.
And this is the shit that gets you in trouble. This is the shit they get mad at me about. This is why they call me anti-Semite. This is why they say I'm a Nazi, all this other fucking dumbass bullshit. Because I'm able to connect this bullshit so you guys understand who really runs the world. It's not just America. They have tentacles in America, but they also have tentacles in many other places. These guys are fucking Australians, by the way. FYI. Okay? So whether they are or not, they have a deep affinity and love and support of Israel. The Murdochs have supported and donated to the IDF, the West Bank, the settlements. There's just one connection. There's many more, okay? There's many more.
Every single time, every single crime, every single lie, early lie, every single hour, every single day, every single night, early lie. I know it's hard to believe it's the whole forest, not one tree, and it's every branch and leaf. They're born to deceive, but I'm telling you the truth. It's not just one or two, it's every single Jew. They all hate you. And it really breaks my heart, but their lies are off the charts, and they only bring us harm. You gotta get smart. So if you want to be safe and don't want to get replaced, it's best you start being based, or you'll get erased. Every single time, every single crime, every single lie, early lie, every single hour, every single day, every single night, early lie.
We have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is class
Followers.
TikTok.
You guys heard that? Hold on. They don't even care, bro. They say it out loud, and you stupid ass niggas try to sit there and get mad at me and call me a Nazi when I call it out.
Class
Followers.
TikTok.
And just so you guys know, you know who he was talking to when he had this meeting? This was, I think, when he was at the UN in New York a couple of months earlier, right? A bunch of dumbass influencers, right, that are super pro-Israel. Okay, a bunch of TikTokers, YouTubers, a bunch of fucking pro-Zionist scumbags. He had a private meeting with them and was talking to them about, oh, look, we got the most important fucking social media platform. What is it? TikTok. They don't even hide it. They don't even hide it. Who owned and ran YouTube for, bro? Come on, man. We about to connect all this shit right now, dude.
Every single time, every single crime, every single lie, early lie, every single hour, every single day, every single night, early lie. I know it's hard to believe it's the whole forest, not one tree, and it's every branch and leaf. They're born to deceive, but I'm telling you the truth. It's not just one or two, it's every single Jew. They all hate you. And it really But you must not be weak, just open your eyes and see. They always exploit the meek. See their vampire teeth. And it can make you cry to learn your life was full of lies and their face was a disguise. But you must fight. So if you want to live and protect all of your kin, you have to grow thick skin. Or we want every single time, every single crime, every single lie, early lie, every single hour, every single day, every single night, early lie.
Yo, it's a big cabal, and none of you niggas are fucking invited. You get it? You guys get it now? Okay. Head of Meta, Facebook, head of Instagram, head of YouTube for over a decade. Okay, and also had close ties with Google, founder of Google, fucking AI, Open AI. Are you guys getting it now? And then Larry Ellison, where's he at? Like, are you guys getting it yet? So when I sit here and I tell people, yo, they have like a ridiculous amount of influence and power in many different spheres of culture and infrastructure. Don't fucking sit there and tell me, oh, Myron, you're just a fucking paranoid schizo Nazi. But see, once I start showing the facts, I start showing the reality. I show y'all the early life and shit like that. Niggas want to sit there and be like, oh, bro, you're anti-Semitic. Oh, God. Oh, bro, it's fucking true. See, and that's the thing. These idiots can never tell me that I'm a liar. There's no cap in my raps. It's just that it's dangerous when people like me connect it and tell you guys, oh, yeah, by the way, this is why we have, right, the legislation that we have. This is why people are getting deported for being critical of Israel. This is why people are being, arrested for anti-Semitism laws. This is why we have hate speech laws or what's the word I want to use here? Trust and safety guidelines where you can't put a fucking watermelon on TikTok, or you get banned for talking about the dancing Israelis on YouTube, or you get censored for talking about JFK or the USS Liberty. This is why. If you look at who runs big tech, it's a big ass cabal and you're not fucking invited. Okay? It's either they're a part of the tribe or they're sensitive to the tribe. But look at big tech. All the heads of big tech are a part of the tribe. Like I told y'all before. And these people are all hardcore fucking Zionists, man. So you wonder why you get banned off social media. That's why. Who runs it? This is why, to this fucking day, 2 years later, I'm still fucking demonetized. Because I tell y'all what everybody else is too fucking scared to talk about. All my haters on social media, on YouTube, whatever, that say, oh, Myron, well, you poked at the bear, blah, blah, blah. Look, bitch ass niggas, the truth is the truth. And I'm here to tell the truth. But this is why. This is why Anus and Reach will never talk about. This is what a lot of my haters that make videos talking shit about me will never talk about. That's why I got to talk about slop tube bullshit, drama. But this is the real shit that gets you in fucking trouble that I've been talking about now for years. Connecting the dots, telling you guys who really runs shit. Then we see who controls big tech. We see who controls the government. We see who fucking funds the government. It's no mistake how your boy Benjamin Netanyahu is able to get away with shit, right? And get away with more crimes than other world leaders. Netanyahu has killed just as many, if not more, people than Maduro, than Saddam Hussein, than Gaddafi. But he's still running around. Bro has an arrest warrant for the ICC. We welcome him with open arms. Bro lobbied to get TikTok taken over by who? By this dude, Larry Ellison, who's one of the biggest donors to the IDF, by the way. Are you guys getting it now? And this is what 99% of YouTubers are too fucking cucked out to say. Dumbass Hassan Piker will sit there and talk about the genocide all fucking day. He'll talk about resistance, whatever, but he'll never call out this shit because he's a bitch ass nigga. And this is where I differentiate from all these other motherfuckers, because I call like it is. I'll name them by fucking name because I'm not scared. I'll call it what it is. I'll talk about. I'm not scared of being called a fucking anti-Semite because it's fucking true. Don't fucking sit there and tell me, oh, bro, it's not real. Motherfucker, these guys have a fucking stranglehold on big tech. These guys have a stranglehold on fucking American politics. These guys have a stranglehold on the fucking UK politics. These guys have a stranglehold on Australian politics. Don't fucking sit there and tell me that. Get the fuck out of here. And this is why people like Hassan Pike or Kyle Kulinski, these progressives that talk about Israel bad, Zionism bad. That's not far enough. That's not far enough. It's a fucking international cabal. And everyone is too fucking scared to call it what it is. I fucking said it, bitch ass niggas. The rest of you guys are scared. Zionism. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yes, that's a part of the problem, but we need to identify all of it. Isn't it interesting, by the way, chat? Isn't it interesting that they'll sit there and they'll talk about Islam as a very bad religion? It's evil. It's violent. We need to get rid of it from the United States. We need to eradicate it. They talk about all this shit openly, by the way. Openly. Every big right-wing political commentator will sit there and talk shit about Islam all day, no consequences. But have you guys ever noticed they never talk about Judaism? You guys caught on to that? Isn't that kind of strange? Isn't that very interesting? Huh? Isn't that kind of weird that you can openly shit on Islam on YouTube with no consequence? But if you start talking about the other religion, it's a fucking problem. You could talk shit about Jesus Christ. You could talk shit about Christianity. You could talk shit about Islam. You could say they're a bunch of go fuckers. They're violent heathens. You could talk about Christianity not having a fucking spine. You could talk about female pastor that, female pastor this, right? You could talk all kinds of shit about those two religions. But if you talk about the other one, oy vey, anti-Semitism, it's a blood libel. And I've told you guys this before, I'm going to say it again. Real niggas will go ahead and be critical of any of the three religions. If people will talk shit about Islam, but not say anything about Judaism, bitch ass nigga.
Bombakat!
If someone will talk shit about Christianity, but not Islam or not Judaism, bitch ass nigga.
Bombakat!
If someone will go ahead and talk shit about all three and have their criticisms like I do, real nigga. I'm like one of the few people. I've told you guys, I don't think Islam is compatible with a first world democracy. I'm Muslim. I should be saying that, but I admit that. I am willing to concede on topics even if it doesn't benefit me because the truth is more important than my fucking feelings or my opinions. It's the truth. Like the First Amendment does not align with Islam. I'm sorry. You can't criticize the prophet. You can't say certain things. That's fine. It is what it is, right? People get mad at me when I say that the United States is a Christian-based country based on Christian ethics. It is. Cry harder. But I've noticed that no one in the right wing will ever talk about Judaism. You guys catch on to that shit yet? Matt Walsh will sit there and talk all day about Islam being a problem. Charlie Kirk did it. Rest in peace to him, even though I disagree with him on this topic. You know, Crowder, all these guys. They'll sit there and they'll attack Islam all day. Fine. I am not mad at you for being critical of Islam. But how come none of these guys ever talk about Judaism? Which I would argue is more pernicious. If you want to talk about a pernicious fucking religion that has problems, at least with Islam and Christianity, we accept all, right? Everyone can be saved. Whether you believe in Jesus as a God or as a prophet in Islam, we believe anybody can be saved. We don't care what your background is. Judaism isn't so accepting. Did you guys catch on to that? Interesting, huh? But these guys will never fucking talk about that shit. And I've always been very, curious as to why they don't. But I'll tell you guys why. Who runs conservative media in America? You guys catching on yet? You guys waking up yet? You guys seeing the dots yet? This is what gets you in trouble. This is what gets you banned. This is what gets you censored. This is what gets you called a fucking Nazi. This is what gets you called a fucking anti-Semite, Holocaust denier, all the bitch-ass terms that they like to use. I've been called everything under the book, but they can never call me a liar. Because everything I said is fucking true, and I use their own fucking dumbass websites like Wikipedia, which, by the way, is edited by them, FYI. Use their own websites, and it still fucking tells you what I've been telling y'all the whole time. It's a big-ass group, excuse me. It's a big-ass cabal, and you're not invited. Anyway, let's get back to this discussion with your boy Benjamin Netanyahu. Probably woke a bunch of you niggas up right now in the chat. And just so you guys know, this is what most people will never fucking talk about. This is what everybody is too pussy to talk about. That's why I'm the realest nigga in this shit. Even the biggest critics of Israel, the biggest critics of Netanyahu, they will never fucking say what I just told y'all niggas. And that's why you can't trust them. That's why I'm the realest in this shit. By far, 2 years going, demonetized still. Fuck YouTube. I'm going to keep saying the truth. It is what it is. Whether I say it on their platform, they cry, who cares? I don't give a fuck anymore. The truth is the truth, and you guys need to fucking wake up, and I'm the fucking alarm clock. All these other niggas will sit there and talk about genocide this, genocide that, apartheid this, apartheid that. Let's talk about why they clearly have no problem killing innocent people. Let's talk about why they have no problem having an apartheid state. Let's talk about why they do the bullshit that they do. I'll tell you why. And this is where everybody is too pussy to fucking admit, too scared to say, oh shit, I'll get canceled for that. It's the fucking truth. Niggas want to sit there and talk shit about Islam all day, fine. We can have our criticisms of Islam. We could talk about the violence. We could talk about the jihadis. We could talk about the terrorism. We could talk about the fucking, lack of civil rights or whatever the fuck, lack of democracy. We could talk about that all day. But once I start talking about Judaism, niggas start, oh shit. Fucking pussies. I could make jokes. I could do caricatures of Jesus Christ. No one gives a fuck. No one cares. But if I talk about how, this religion is a little weird here, man. Like, they don't really look at the rest of us as humans. Like, we're kind of cattle. Whoa! That's blood libel. We're canceling you, motherfucker. So go ahead, guys. Go in the chat of any of your favorite political commentators that are critical of Israel. Bring up any of these topics and watch some niggas start folding, okay? Hassan Piker, Osmond Gold, Kyle Kulinski, all these niggas, they're going to start, I can't talk about that. Oh, you sound like Hitler. Shut the fuck up, bitch-ass niggas, man. Hey, not many people talk about it straight up like I do. A lot of niggas are terrified, and I get it. You could lose millions of dollars doing this shit like I have. But you know what? I'd rather get paid less and tell the fucking truth and have a strong community behind me of niggas that really rock with me than make millions upon millions and lie to myself. Because at the end of the day, I gotta wake up and look at myself in the fucking mirror every day. And I've never woken up and said, damn, bro, oh my God, like, man, tell the truth sucks, man. I wish I had more money. I don't give a fuck. I wear the same clothes every day. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't give a shit. It is what it is. I will take less so I can look at myself in the mirror every fucking day, okay? I'd rather be able to look at myself in the mirror, tell you guys the truth, dispense this information, whatever it costs me, it is what it is, than buy my mom condos like bitch-ass Abba. Which is a fucking he doesn't even know how to invest properly, dumbass nigga. Why are you buying condos, You're already getting taxed enough in fucking Canada. Stupid ass nigga, man. That's that pirate fucking investment strategy. God damn, nigga. Condos is like the worst real estate investment you can get. That's how you know this nigga's 50 IQ, man. Sub-Saharan.